What's up, everybody? GeauxBurns here, and I'm Not A Hipster has been officially out for Grand Theft Auto Online for the past several days now. And don't forget, starting today, June 20th through Sunday, June 22nd, it's the I'm Not A Hipster event weekend going on, and your chance to get some extra RP, some Grand Theft Auto currency, and prizes. You can find out more about that on my gaming channel. I did a video about that a couple days ago entitled I'm Not A Hipster Event Weekend. So now we are going to review the latest DLC for Grand Theft Auto Online for the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3. And I did this a month ago for High Life, and this is basically how I gauge the review. One of two ways. Is it adding value to Grand Theft Auto Online in general, or is it not? It's very quite simple. Heads or tails. So what all came with I'm Not A Hipster? It has 7 new cars, as well as vehicles from story mode, 2 new weapons, wardrobe for male and female characters, hairstyles, facial hair, tattoos, new celebrations, jobs, including a brand new survival. Hell yeah. I'm actually going to be showing you that survival, I think, on Sunday. So stay tuned for that and more. So we're going to do the pros and we're going to do the cons. The things I like about I'm Not A Hipster and the things I don't like about this new DLC. So let's get into the pros. Let's do that first. The pros, obviously the big part of I'm Not A Hipster, the 7 new vehicles. The Dubsta 6x6, the Warner, the Rhapsody, the Panto, the Blade, the Pagani, and of course the Glendale. We also got vehicles from story mode, including Franklin's Buffalo S. A lot of people have been wanting that car. You can now purchase it. You have Trevor's Hot Rod Blazer and Michael's Obey Tailgater. Also, one other vehicle you can get is the clean version of the Carrion Rebel. Next is the insurance issue that has been plaguing people for a while now has finally been fixed. And what it came down to is 2 issues. Players will no longer be charged insurance costs if their vehicle is destroyed by another player that happens to have no Grand Theft Auto currency or not enough to pay for it, so you're no longer going to be punished for that. And they also tweaked an issue if the insured personal vehicle was destroyed. Both parties had to pay the insurance costs, so if you're the victim, you no longer have to worry about paying that. So that's basically one big issue that they fixed. They also increased the ability, the potency, the damage of the tear gas. It lasts a little bit longer now, so that's pretty cool, especially if you like using tear gas. You also now have the ability to bookmark jobs while in the playlist from the pause menu. That's pretty cool. And of course, you can see the gamer tags of everyone around you in the minimap, so you know exactly who's nearby, whether it's a friend or foe or somebody out to kill you and blow up your vehicle. A couple other pros for the review on I'm Not A Hipster. Over 100 new wardrobe options, and yes, brand new masks, including, of course, dresses for females. Nice looking dresses, by the way, for female characters, and scarves for male characters. So if you want your guy to look alternative, a little, hipster-like, maybe you want your guy to be a little effeminate, well, the scarves are perfect for that. And there's also new stuff in LS Customs, new gold metal paint jobs, jazz horns, the tire smoke colors, and of course, new male facial hair that you can get, as well as new tats for male and female characters. So those are all the pros. Let's move on over to the cons, because there's a couple. You can't have a fair review if you don't have pros and cons, especially regarding this DLC. Now, some of the cons I have, issues. For one thing, I like the vehicles that they added for the most part. The 7 new vehicles, including the 3 that I mentioned for Franklin, Trevor, and Michael's vehicles that you can now purchase, including the clean Carrion Rebel. But one thing I have noticed, I think since Business Update came out a few months ago, is that Rockstar has been adding vehicles on the website where you buy vehicles from. Not the Legendary, but the other one, the Southern San Andreas, I think. Vehicles that you could basically just steal. And vehicles that aren't really worth much. And most of them, like the Regina, or the family trucksters, I like to call it. Why would anybody pay $8,000 for that thing? Why would anybody want it? I'm sure there's a few people that do. But why pay for it when you can just go up to Blaine County and steal the damn thing? So that's an issue, I think. They need to remove the clutter from the vehicle page, take all those off, the van, etc., and just let people steal. I mean, that's the name of the game, Grand Theft Auto. So some vehicles, obviously, you should be able to, steal without worrying about having to pay for. I'm just saying. Anyways, a couple more cons I had. The two new weapons. Now, I like the two new weapons. I think it's always cool when they add weapons. But sometimes I have to wonder if they're just adding weapons just to add them, or is it all about trying to make as much GTA currency off you as possible. The Antique Cavalry Dagger. We'll start with that one first. I like the dagger, by the way. It's cool looking. But that's all it really has going for it is the look, because it's basically a reskinned version of the knife. Now, my question is, when is Rockstar ever going to add swords, machetes, katanas, other bladed weapons? Now, that would be awesome. So, Rockstar, if you're listening, please give us swords, other big-time bladed weapons besides the knife and the dagger. That would be much appreciated. The vintage pistol is a decent gun, I will say that. But there's already superior handguns in Grand Theft Auto Online that hold more rounds, i.e. the AP pistol, which I think is a much better firearm than the vintage pistol. But that's just my opinion. And, of course, a couple more cons. The male-female hairstyles are okay, but there's only, I think 2 sets each with different colors. They're alright, but, I mean, they're nothing to write home about. The pure black window tint. Now, some people may disagree with me on this one. While it is slightly darker than the limo, it's not really that noticeable. I mean, unless you look right up close. So I really didn't see a point in them adding the pure black window tint. But hey, whatever. Alright, so some other issues I have. Not really big issues. Just things I'd like to see added to future DLCs that would improve the quality of gaming on Grand Theft Auto Online. There was no new aircraft, no new planes, jets, or helicopters, and no new military vehicles like the APC, the Hunter, the Hydra, or even perhaps some World War I, World War II warplanes. Those would really spice up free mode. And another issue I had, it's kind of minor, but it does tie into the whole hipster vibe and feel. While there was a lot of really cool clothing, like I mentioned, over 100 bits of wardrobe added for us to choose from, including dresses for female characters, which I think a lot of people have been asking for a while now. I'm in the minority on this one. I've been actually asking for the Trevor dresses. That's right. Reskinned versions of Trevor's dresses for male characters to wear. Especially if you want your character to go drag or, like mine, for example, be trans female. And I know, I'm in the minority on that one. But it's just something I would like to see Rockstar eventually add. More clothing options, the better. And finally, the big con that I have with I'm Not A Hipster review. The big issue. I saved the biggest one for last. Coveted. Rockstar, what the F? Why did you nerf Coveted? If you want to know more about that, I also made a video. It's up on my gaming channel, and it just really ticks me off what they did to Coveted. I mean, what they did to Rooftop Rumble, they made it a little bit more difficult, but they went overboard with Coveted, in my opinion. So feel free to go check that out. So they really shouldn't have nerfed Coveted. That's just my thoughts. That's the big issue. But overall, I would say that I'm Not A Hipster was a great DLC. I think it was a success, even though a lot of people are very disappointed that Heist has been, once again, delayed. I've enjoyed Hipster so far, and I say that it overall adds value to Grand Theft Auto Online, with the exception of what they did to Coveted. Alright, I'm done talking about Coveted. Oh, before I wrap up, one more positive I almost forgot. I skipped over it on my list. The vehicle management menu, the ability to finally move around your vehicles in your garage. That is definitely a big positive when it comes to I'm Not A Hipster. It's a great feature that I'm glad that Rockstar finally decided to add to Grand Theft Auto Online. What is your opinion? Do you like I'm Not A Hipster? Did you hate it? Or do you not care one way or the other? Let me know below in the comments section. If you found this information informative, and if you agree with me, hit the like button, and be sure and check out all my content. I post stuff daily, and of course, subscribe to the channel. By doing so, that helps the channel grow. It also encourages me to make more videos for you. Thanks for watching.